Okay. Good morning. Is it morning? In the previous lesson, we have discussed about the development of speech productions. There are several topics that we discussed so far, and that is crying, cooing, and bubbling. Now we jump to the next part. But before that, we need to do a review. Crying is the natural ability of baby or infant since they were born. And crying is not a language yet, but crying can be a medium of communications. So to tell something, ideas or feelings, a baby can cry and mother or people around him will interpret what the meaning of crying, but it is not a language. Cooing is the next step. They try to combine, uh, not combining, but producing the vocal sounds like oo or, for example, oo, o, and ah, and then uh, after that they try to combine consonant vowels, and so that's what we call bubbling. In the early stages of bubbling, of course, they um, sounded easily produced by the existence of the speech apparatus of the baby. And there is a available language or sounds like baba, mama, papa, maybe papa, because those sounds are beloved. Okay, next. The next step is naming, or another word to say this is first word. Okay, first words usually in average occurs from 10 to 12 months, baby. And they are able to utter recognized speech such as mama. So they ma or mama, they know the reference of one word, and this is the reference. So this is what we call a first. So it doesn't mean that the infant can produce the word like mother, but mama. Mama is a word. Ma or mama is a word, but it is recognizable by the baby. So mama is this one, and they can say it with a good syllabic. So another point that you have to remember is that naming, it is done in conjunction with some object or event. So maybe recognize a word, and then they have made a relationship with the words and the object or even in the around him. So, for example, like mama, only for it is mama. Mama mean I'm hungry, maybe, for example. But it is like a first. Yeah. So the point here is the conjunctions. You know? Now, from the first word, we see that usually, for example, like um, the words like dog, they say wow wow or wow wow, or cat, or kaka, or something like that. And the next phrase stage is holophrastic. It can be for more than 1 years. Yeah. Holophrastic can be defined as the use of simple words to express complex thoughts that involve those objects. For example, like the word mama could have several meanings. Mama can be I want mama, I'm hungry, or I want that shoes maybe. The shoes belong to mama, so they don't say mama. So this step is what we call it one word utterances. So it's mean like you have to know that word and utterances. Word is like a morpheme, then utterances is the functions of the words. So one word has many functions. Not only to say to call mama, but mama also uses several functions. Okay, but it is not a sentence. So holophrastic is not a sentence. It's a phrastic or a phrase. Holo mean whole. Holo mean whole, right? And the next stage is in a 2 years old. Around 2 years old, we call it telegraphic speech, in which two or three words utterances. So they can combine words and also with the variety of purposes and semantic relationship. They can use the combinations of words to do request or to warn, or to name, to refuse. And there is also low incidence functional word. So in a telegraphic speech, um, there is a low productions of functional words such as articles, prepositions, and copulae. So, for example, like the one, the two words shower utterance, the example like one cookies, more milk, juicy, my cup, mommy chairs, big boy, red car. The close correspondence of the child words order to the proper sentence. So in this stage, it's not really a proper sentence stage positions, but it is close to the proper sentence because, for example, like the words mommy chairs. So is mommy's chair is for the correct one and the perfect one, but as I mentioned before, it is difficult for early stage to mention about the function words such as article or maybe like possessive nominalizes or something like that. Okay, and the next one is morphemes acquisition, and this is very interesting. So at this stage, the children start to add functions more and inflections to their utterances. For example, like the article, they know how to put an article, like the, a, and an, or they try to use modal like can, will, and auxiliaries such as do, we, or have. And also they begin to get into inflections such as plurals, how to put as, and cat, cats, dog, dogs, and also for another inflections such as the indications of stances, the way they put like ed at the end of the verb. Okay, so it's a morpheme. So children acquire the morphemes in a relatively similar order. So the order is like increasing order in semantic and grammatical complexity. It means that They start with a very easy one into a complex one. For example, like, yeah, they start with an ease of observable different morphemes. So observable different morphemes, something physically around them. For example, like they combine between house and the owner of the house, like my house, and there are two houses, and they will put like my house and then my houses, and also like they can see it, right? And house and bike and road, they make a combination of they create relationship between one morpheme to another, like I and book become my book. But less observable grammatical functions, it's quite later stages for children because it is abstract. So they learn more how to make the plural forms or past tense form, or to make a correct article for a noun or something like this. Okay, and so these states usually occur in the later age, around 2 or 3 years. Okay. So the next stage of the acquisitions, sorry, production is in the 5 years old children. There's a negation formation. There's the later stage, and not only the formation of negative sentence or negative structure, but also other complex structures. Negation formation is one of the early sentence rule acquired with children. So this is the first one, according to some experts. And there are like four uh, period. The first one, they put no money, no play, or something like that. And then they put like I don't want it. And but at this stage they don't really make a separation between do is don't is a do plus not, but they put it like one single morphemes, but actually there's two separate morphemes. And the last period is they can make it into all not tired. It's still slightly not perfect, but they become perfect. But however, in fact, when you see a movie, you can see that not all of those adults use the correct, I mean, full correct sentences, but they also like. But this is also, we know that this is the stages. The stages in grammatically perfect, perfect perception, sorry. Okay, I think we've come to the end of this meeting. So I go back to studying so far. The first one we already identify stages. The first one is crying, cooing, bubbling, first word or naming, and holophrastic, graphic speech, morphemes, acquisitions. And then the last one is the negation, for example, how to make more complex sentence. Okay, that's all for today. Thank you very much. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.